My name is Aaron Ettram, and I'll be answering questions about law firm and IT technology strategy. A little bit of background on me. I've been in the IT field professionally since 1997. I started my career at a very young age on a help desk. I progressed into a junior level network administrator, all the way up to a full-blown network administrator for a couple of Fortune 500 companies. So long and short, I've been an IT professional for over 25 years, and 15 of those years have been focused on law firms. I think in the future, it's going to be a major factor. And I'll be honest, I don't love it right now just because it's a little overhyped and what people are promising is not exactly what is being delivered. It's also very fragmented. So everyone's selling software that has some element of it. And law firms are using several different tools. And if all these things are pocketed, so if you have an accounting product, you have a case management product, you have a document and email management product, you have a form assembly product, and the list goes on and on. I could be using 3 or 5 different AI interfaces that are only searching within the confines of their little world. I think that once things start to become streamlined, I believe that software will begin to integrate with kind of the emerging leaders in the industry. When that happens, it's going to allow AI to really be in a place where it can search holistically across every platform, everything your firm's doing, intelligently put the pieces together. I think it'll become more proactive and be able to catch critical things that slip between the cracks. Like a favorite would be billable hours. Definitely want to catch those. Like, hey, here's some things that we might have missed. There are things like that today, or at least advertise that. How that works in reality is, I haven't heard a whole lot of success stories just yet. But right now, firms, they want to be careful not to get really sucked into a hype train, because that's a little bit what it is. Because if done wrong or leaned onto a fault, you don't know how to prompt it, AI can do more damage than good. If you're not trying to take the human element out of it too much, a lot of mistakes can certainly be made. It's hard to say. I think that it definitely increases the need because it's another component of technology. I don't know of any component of technology where it adds a layer that it's like, oh, we can do less now. I think it's going to do more in terms of helping with cybersecurity, identifying attacks, knowing what things it can handle on its own versus when to alert a person, like, hey, this is a problem, we need human intervention. So it definitely is going to play a major role in monitoring security, efficiency, but it's not really ever going to be to a point, at least not in a foreseeable future, where it's just like, oh my God, this AI bot, everything's just running perfectly. It's not how it's really working, at least not today. You have to be willing to roll up your sleeves and learn about technology. And if you're not willing to do that, which is fair, then delegate it to someone in the firm that you trust and you're willing to take their advice within that role at face value. And once you've done that, sometimes that'll be done, but then they'll be handicapped. Somebody does an elaborate amount of research and the part is, that's just too expensive. Go find something cheaper. So what I mean is, if you and I were having over a really important client, or so we're going to have an important person over to our house for a dinner, and you say, hey, run out there and get me a really good ribeye steak, and you give me a hamburger budget, well, you're not going to come back with a lot of great stuff, right? So everything at the end of the day is about profitability. We understand that. Nobody spends $1 without thinking about, I want to get back $2. When it comes to IT, doing it right and not looking for the discount option is the path towards success. It is the path towards profitability. It's the path towards strong firm morale and meeting your ethical obligations. People don't like to accept change. They don't like to accept the new threats. There's a lot of new threats with AI. There's a lot of new threats coming with quantum computing. They like things how they are, how they were. They obviously don't want to spend money on these things. They don't like the idea law firms had a sense of ownership of their software. Like, hey, I bought this software and then I owned it. And that's not really true if you read the EULA. You still had to pay like an annual maintenance fee, and you still had to put it somewhere, and you had to secure it. Whereas modern day stuff, people are still getting used to the idea of subscriptions and what that means as they're transitioning from some of these legacy pieces of software. So I think that it's really just being willing to adapt to change, because things are going to change, and it's not going to get any better as things progress. With AI, development is going to progress faster, threats are going to progress faster, and IT is something that is dynamic. It is not static, and it never will be. And if you want it to be static and you get stuck in a certain year, there's a lot of law firms I talk to where they're stuck in a very 90s or early 2000s mindset. It's like, this is 2025. That's not how it works anymore. So you really have to be willing to either learn or trust. And what I mean trust is, if you're going to delegate somebody who is willing to learn and is willing to put into work, you have to trust their research. And I would also say, trust somebody in your firm. I see a lot of law firms that they'll hire a third party. Those third parties are going to bloat the process so fat so that they can bill as much as possible. They're looking out for their own interests, and they're looking to really create a big bill. So keep it within your 4 walls and within the people that work at the firm. Somebody there or a group of people there have to be accountable.